Look, I wish I had a crystal ball. My answer is as soon as possible, but that will depend on the country. So some countries already have 1/3 of smokers who switch to either heated tobacco products or e-cigarettes, like Japan or the United Kingdom, or if I take Greece, where in Athens, 1/4 of smokers have already switched. Well, for those countries, if the government is supportive of the change, if NGOs, society all push in the same direction, it's possible that in 10 or 15 years from now, we will remember cigarettes as a thing of the past. Look, Bulgarians traditionally welcomed innovation. It's a country that's been a hub to several transformations, not latest the digital one. And I think it's proving to be no different when it comes to innovation in tobacco and nicotine. According to our latest data, 12-13% of smokers in Bulgaria have adopted IQOS, the tobacco heated technology that's a much better choice than cigarettes. That's great progress if you think that it happened only in a few years. And it proves that with the right societal support, I think Bulgaria can be a pioneer of change. This is a country where if society pushes in the right direction, if consumers receive the right information, it's possible that in 10-15 years, cigarettes would be a thing of the past. Look, in the European Union, there was a directive in 2014 that clearly set aside e-cigarettes and heated tobacco from cigarettes. They recognize those are different products and need to be treated differently, and allowed countries, member states, as we call them, to set authorization procedures and different pathways for those products, which Bulgaria has done. And with Bulgaria, there's been a couple of other pioneering countries, such as Italy, such as Greece, to name a couple of them. Now, we hope that the European legislation will continue to go in that direction, which is to use a common sense principle. If products are not the same, if some products generate significantly lower levels of bad stuff or harmful chemicals than cigarettes, they should simply be treated differently. That is common sense for public health, it's common sense for people who smoke, who deserve to get that message, that information, and be encouraged to change. And it's common sense because it would continue to create an incentive for companies to invest into better and society to progress. Exactly like I'm doing right now. I'm here, I'm engaging in dialogue, I'm sharing information with the public, and I think that's the best way. Engaging in dialogue, be consistent, being very accurate in the information that is communicated is the best way to fight misinformation. And I think people should receive a very simple, straightforward message, which should be really 3 lines. Those who smoke should quit. That's the best thing they can do for their health. If they don't quit, and the majority of people simply do not quit, well then they should consider alternatives that are a much better choice for their health, like e-cigarettes or heated tobacco, regulated and of certain quality. We're certainly a very different company that we were 10 years ago, and I lived through the change today. To give you an idea, 99% of our research and development is dedicated to smoke-free products, 75% of our commercial development. We have 980 approximately scientists, technicians, engineers, something we didn't have before. And yes, our products are based on very sophisticated technology. If you take IQOS, there's a very sophisticated software that allows you to precisely control the temperature so that you don't reach the levels of combustion. You don't reach levels at which The tobacco burns because that's what generates the high levels of harmful compounds found in smoke. So yes, certainly we're a totally different company. And if I may, I think in 15, 20 years, we may be an even different company because we may venture and enter into a space of healthcare, of wellness, thanks to all the knowledge, the experience we have acquired recently. So in the last few years, we've acquired expertise, we've acquired knowledge, we've acquired know-how that we didn't have before. As I mentioned, right now we have 980, almost 1,000 professionals that we didn't have before. These people have knowledge, have expertise that goes beyond tobacco and nicotine. So we know that we can leverage that investment, we can leverage that knowledge to venture into a space where we use technology and we use our ability to understand consumers and inhalation to deliver other things, to deliver, for instance, sleeping aids, to deliver something that's very close to aspirin and that declots the blood, and maybe medicinal cannabis one day. But all products that are unrelated to tobacco and nicotine and that can help people living better lives. It's what we call healthcare and wellness. Our ambition is that by 2025, approximately $1 billion in net revenues from our company comes from this new line of products. Look, it's very simple. The US is the largest international market for smoke-free products. If one excludes China, which is a huge monopoly, the US represents 60% in net retail value for the smoke-free product category. So us being able to re-enter the US with our own commercialization is extremely important. We're talking about 34 million smokers. And not only there's the agreement with Altria that allows us to commercialize IQOS in the long term, we also bought the rights to a company called Swedish Match, which produces snus and pouches, and that has 500 salespeople in the US and a network of distribution of 150,000 points of sales. So our plans for the US, of course, are big, and they will definitely accelerate our vision of a future in which cigarettes are replaced by much better alternatives. Swedish Match allows us to do two main things. One is if we want to convert old smokers to products that don't burn, we need to give them a range of different products. We already have heated tobacco in different shapes and forms. We already have e-cigarettes. With Swedish Match, we'll add to our portfolio some of the leading brands in snus and pouches, where snus and pouches are consumed in the lips and gums, and they're another product that doesn't burn. So the first thing is expanding the range of products that we give. The second reason why Swedish Match is important is the access to the US market, because they have this strong distribution and strong sales force in the US. By the way, they're also, with us, one of the very few companies that have products authorized with claims by the US Food and Drug Administration.